Continuing from the previous episode 14. Greeting Dan Lei is also considered a test for alchemists. Alchemists refine all kinds of medicinal pills, and naturally they have to go through the test of Dan Lei. The imperial medicine pill is too tyrannical, causing the power of heaven and earth to destroy it, and if the alchemist can't protect the medicine pill, then the medicine will be destroyed. It can also be regarded as a kind of final test for alchemists. Dan Lei, along with the improvement in the quality of medicinal pills, is not to be underestimated even by ordinary 4-star fighting emperors, with 9-color thunderclouds similar to this imperial medicinal pill. Yueru frowned slightly, but there was also some worry in her eyes. The power of the 9-color thundercloud of the imperial medicine pill is too strong, although Xiaoyan is definitely very human, so he has more confidence in him, but this 9-color Dan Thunder is not something that is easy to refine. It is not impossible to overturn the ship at the last moment if you are not careful. Under the worried gazes of the members of the association and Yueru, Xiaoyan, who was the party involved, smiled. He raised his head and glanced at the 9-colored thunderbolt in the sky. The smile on the corner of his mouth became more and more intense. For demon puppets, it's really a great tonic. A chuckle came out from Xiaoyan's mouth, his palm lifted lightly, the light of the ring on his fingers flashed slightly, and a dazzling silver figure appeared in front of him. Although the heavenly demon puppet is already at its limit on the Do-Chi continent, but his master Jinlong said that he can still improve. His master had been trying to repair and strengthen the heavenly demon puppet in the ring before, so he did not give Xiaoyan much help. Just when Xiaoyan finished refining the medicinal pill, the master finally completed the repair and strengthening of this heavenly demon puppet. After all, his master, the Golden Dragon King, is a real giant. If he is the first in terms of physical training, no one dares to be the second. Therefore, it is reasonable to be able to improve the level of the Golden Demon Puppet. Today's heavenly demon puppet can withstand the full blow of the Do Sheng powerhouse, but it is of little use to Xiaoyan, who has been promoted to Do Emperor. The current heavenly demon puppet has been strengthened by the special means of the master, and it can be even more powerful. One level up. Thinking of the terrifying strength that the golden demon puppet could rival the 5-star Do Di, Xiaoyan's breathing became much more rapid. This time, it's up to you. The palm lightly patted the body of Tian Yaopup. Xiaoyan smiled, and immediately raised his head sharply, looking at the 9-color thundercloud roaring in the sky. As if looking down at the disdainful gaze of a small creature, he laughed boldly. Come on, come on. Let me see how powerful your Emperor Grade 9-color pill thunder is. The violently rolling 9-color thunderclouds seemed to hear Xiaoyan's laughter. The rolling 9-colored thunderclouds in the sky also became more and more intense. Shuttle around, as if the force of destruction was about to descend upon this tiny arrogant ant. Shush. As the thundercloud rolled, it suddenly shrank, and then a 9-colored thunder, like a giant python, swept out of the cloud layer, and then tore the space, with a terrifying chirping sound, facing Xiaoyan. The stone platform pounced fiercely. Go! Looking at the 9-color Dan Thunder that finally launched the offensive. Xiaoyan smiled, pointed to the void, and said softly to the heavenly demon puppet in front of him. The shout fell, and the dazzling celestial demon puppet in front of him suddenly stomped the ground with its soles, and the powerful force directly caused it to swept up into the sky, and then slammed into the powerful path in front of everyone's astonished eyes. Above the thunder. Oh! Seeing this scene, a sigh suddenly sounded in the square. Looks like it's going to fail this time. From everyone's perception, that puppet can deal with Do Sheng powerhouses at most for 1 or 2 times, and how could it be possible to persist in the face of the 9-color Emperor Grade medicine pill, which is helpless for the 4-star Do Emperor powerhouses? Go down. Hey! Yueru also sighed softly, but before she could speak, her face changed suddenly, because she suddenly discovered that the heavenly demon puppet that was hit by the 9-color thunder, not only did not crack open, but the damage to the body actually began to repair slowly during the thunderstorm, and the sunken chest that was instantly hit by the thunder, the sunken part, was also gradually bulging. This puppet is actually absorbing the thunder power of Dan Lei? Looking at the celestial demon puppet that was struck by lightning, but became more and more dazzling, the eyes of all the people watching from the audience suddenly shrank. They had never heard of such a strange puppet. No wonder you dare to come to assess the imperial alchemist at a young age. Bai Su said to Xiaoyan, who was controlling the heavenly demon puppet and constantly absorbing Dan Lei on the stone platform. Boom! Boom! The splendid thunder in the sky, like a giant dragon roaring in the sky, raged and danced in the sky, and immediately brought a dazzling thunderbolt, swept down the sky and covered the ground, and finally almost bombarded the body of the demon puppet in midair. The thunder fell fiercely on the body of the Tian Yao puppet, and the brilliant silver lightning overflowed, and immediately turned into countless tiny electric snakes, which continuously followed the Tian Yao puppet's skin, and then got into its body. The splendid power of thunder poured into the body of the demon puppet, and then quickly strengthened the bones and withered flesh inside. Everyone in the audience looked at it from a distance, and the heavenly demon puppet was like a thunder god, floating in the sky, and within 10 meters of its body, there were flashes of thunder, and that kind of terrifying momentum made one's scalp tingle. On the stone platform, Xiao Yan stood with his hands behind his back, reading www. Yukanshu. Tian Yao Pup took all the 9-color thunderbolts shot at him by force, which made him extremely relaxed, and he didn't have to spend the slightest effort to deal with this difficult Dan thunder. Above the sky, the thunderous rumblings resounded endlessly, and the tumbling 9-color thunderclouds, like a thunderbolt manufacturing machine, continuously spewed out numerous more and more brilliant thunderbolts, and then smashed all of them on the body of the Earth demon puppet. The riot of the 9-color thundercloud lasted for nearly 10 minutes before it gradually stopped. In the past 10 minutes, almost 100 thunders with extremely terrifying power swept out of the thundercloud, but fortunately, these thunders, it did not cause any damage to the heavenly demon puppet, but instead caused the surface of its body covered with dazzling silver to faintly appear a little bit of dark red luster, constantly covering the heavenly demon puppet's body. As expected of a 9-color Dan thunder, Xiao Yan's eyes were sharp, and he was the first to notice the dark red luster on the body of Tian Yao puppet. At the moment, his eyes couldn't help but fill with joy. Although these dark reds were extremely pale, Xiao Yan was quite satisfied. He is very clear, to make the heavenly demon puppet evolve into a golden demon puppet, what a huge amount of thunder power will be required. This 9-color Dan Lei is really a great supplement. It should be able to perfectly evolve to the level of the golden demon puppet in a few visits, but the current sky demon puppet is not going to give way even to the 2-star Do Emperor. Xiao Yan looking at the 9-color Dan thunder that could not help but weaken its power and slowly fade away, he said with satisfaction. This kid is really amazing. He actually wants to complete the first part of instilling spirit and the second part of cultivating spirit together. In this case, the power of the elixir's elixir stage will increase exponentially. Bai Su saw Xiao Yan's words at a glance. In mind, but how are you going to conquer the thunder tribulation of the medicinal pill, and the soul tempering of the imperial medicinal pill is no joke.